going on, everyone? Hope all of you are doing well. So this is going to be a collection update. I didn't think this was going to happen, to be quite honest with you guys. I wanted to, wait to do my collection updates at the end of the month. Since we're getting close to the end of the month, I figured why not. But this was kind of this week. Pretty much this weekend was kind of a out of the blue type of trip. I wanted to go to Second and Charles to trade in some things that just really weren't selling on eBay, to get some store credit and get some things that I wanted there. Yesterday I ended up becoming a top rated seller on eBay, so that was pretty awesome. And during this past week I hit the 1,000-star rating, so I am very happy that I was able to accomplish those two goals within this week. Now this will be the last collection update until at least the end of June, at the beginning of July. I am going to try to save up for the Arrow half off sale and the Criterion collection, but not only am I saving up for those two sales, I'm also going to kind of be redoing my I wouldn't say redoing my bedroom, but I will have my bedroom under, I guess, construction in some way. I'm actually going to be getting a new dresser, a new nightstand. I am going to be getting a record, little small like shelf for my records and my record player, and I'm also going to be getting some horror movie posters. I have decided to pretty much retire all the posters I have except for at least 2 or 3 of them, and then the rest will just be horror. I already have an idea of what horror posters I'm getting, and I will of course get some frames for these posters, but that is going to pretty much take up some of my time. I'll still be doing video for you guys, but I won't be doing like the collection updates. And I also plan to get a mini fridge as well. So there's a lot of cool things I'm getting, so that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be cutting back on the collection updates, even though I keep telling myself that, and lo and behold, here we are, another collection update. So I definitely will be doing this, at least this will be the last one. For now, until the end of June, like I said, in the beginning of July, I want to try to focus on, getting the new furniture and stuff like that, so I can start organizing things a little bit better and give you guys a really cool room tour, and trying to make a small little movie room as well, because as you guys know, I have mentioned that I plan to do a 24-hour movie marathon, and that's going to be happening pretty soon. Actually, I believe next month. So that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get everything squared away with the new furniture and things like that. So yeah, so I don't want to ramble too much. Let's go ahead and get into this collection update. So we've got DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, and one figurine. So the figurine that I picked up is this Beetlejuice figure from the animated series. The company BSTAXN, they have a nice selection of figures. You can get like Ozzy, Kiss, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, they have so many. But I did some research, and apparently they messed up on the Beetlejuice figures. We were supposed to get a Lydia, and we did not get the Lydia. Also, you're supposed to be getting the Sandworm with Beetlejuice as it shows advertised, but I guess there were some issues and they messed up, and you actually get the Tap Dancing Spider, which is like one of Beetlejuice's friends in the animated series. That character comes with Beetlejuice instead. I think Lydia was supposed to have 2 different variants, one with the red gown and then one without the gown. So unfortunately they never decided to release it, and that's a shame. But you know what, at least we got Beetlejuice. Really cool figure. It was the only one they had there, and I did not want to pass it up, so I had to snag that. And then for the video games, for the Sega Genesis, I picked up Batman Returns. Really cool little fact, Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis are actually two different games. I was watching a video a while back and saw somebody review it and talked about the gameplay and showed some gameplay footage, and lo and behold, they're two different games, which I thought was pretty cool. So I will eventually be getting the Super Nintendo version as well. For the Nintendo 64, I picked up Excitebike 64. I remember playing this like maybe a couple times when I was younger, but never really went back and played it. So I'm looking forward to actually playing this. I've always been a fan of the NES version, but I'm excited to play this version. And then for the Super Nintendo, I picked up Art of Fighting, which is a really cool fighting game. Can't wait to play this one. And then one of my best pickups, I think, I picked up a complete copy of Plok. Yes, the box is not in the best shape and it's got some sun fading, but it's fully complete. It's got the game, it's got the manual, it even has like the cardboard that the game actually goes in. So really, really awesome. This is at least my second Super Nintendo game. It's not too expensive. It's only like 75 bucks to get this complete. Which is actually really good. Plok's a really interesting game. It's definitely weird in its own right, but it's pretty entertaining. It kind of, if you ever played Never Dead for the PS3, that kind of reminds me a lot of Plok. You're just this weird character who, like, his arms can extend, and you know, you get these really cool like suits, and you get like a vehicle, I think, in one level, and then you got these really cool like villains that are just nothing but big mouths with hands and legs. Yeah, it's a weird game, but I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. So yeah, really cool to pick that up. Now on to the DVDs. So I picked up this HBO video release. Now anytime I come across a HBO video release, I will pick it up, especially if it does not have a Blu-ray release. And I picked up Cheaters. This has Jeff Daniels. I checked out the trailer. Seems pretty interesting. I guess it's based on a true story, but I can't wait to check it out. It's I think a 2000 film, so yeah, that was a cool find. And then the other two DVDs that I picked up Daniel and the Super Dogs. This looks like a late 90s, early 2000s type of film, and I try to pick these up when I can come across them because they don't have Blu-ray releases, and a majority of these are titles that go out of print, so they may not be worth anything, but they're not going to be a film you're going to be able to get brand new anywhere else unless you find it online. And then I found Power Rangers Ninja Storm Lightning Strikers. This, I believe, is like an episode compilation because it's like 79 minutes. I like Power Rangers Ninja Storm. It's a fun season or series, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, very cool to find that. And then the 3 Blu-rays that I picked up, I got all of these from Second and Charles. These are films I wanted to add to the collection. I picked up 48 Hours. I know there's a 4K release, but I don't really need every film on 4K. I know they just announced Ferris Bueller's Day Off is getting a 4K release, which is pretty cool. I do believe I have Ferris Bueller. Yes, I've got it right here, as you guys can see, but I don't know if I'm gonna upgrade that. Really, I don't have to upgrade everything, but I know. So I Married an Axe Murderer, that's coming to 4K. That's gonna be a day one buy for me. I love that movie. But yeah, 48 Hours, great Eddie Murphy film. I need to start picking up a lot more of his films, at least the late 80s, early 90s, maybe. Well, I wouldn't say late 80s, but like a lot of his early stuff, like Beverly Hills Cop, which I do have. I have the trilogy of that somewhere in the collection. I still gotta get like Coming to America, the sequel. What else is there of his? There's Life with Martin Lawrence. I really like that movie. So there's a few I still gotta get, whether it's early 2000s, 90s, or 80s. But continuing on, the next one here that I picked up is the Broken Lizards Beer Fest. Love this movie. I've got Super Troopers. I need to still pick up Super Troopers too, but Beer Fest is one of my all-time favorites. This movie is just absolutely hilarious. I know they got a new movie coming out. I think it's like Wet Quasi. It kind of makes fun of Quasimodo, and I think they plan on working on a Super Troopers 3, a sequel to Beer Fest, which is Pot Fest, which they kind of teased, and I want to say that might be something else, but I don't know. But I wish a lot of their movies would come out on Blu-ray, because like Puddle Cruiser and Club Dread, I believe, are the only two that they still haven't gotten a chance to release on Blu-ray. And then of course there's Slam and Salmon, which I want to get. That's a really fun movie. They work at a restaurant, and Michael Clark Duncan, the late great, may rest in peace, is their boss, and he's just absolutely hilarious in that movie. So I do need to pick that up on Blu-ray. And then the last film I picked up is a Mel Brooks film. So right now I have at least four. Well, this will make the fourth Mel Brooks movie I have in my collection. I already have Spaceballs I have that on 4K. I've got Blazing Saddles on Blu-ray and Young Frankenstein, and I was able to pick up Robin Hood Men in Tights. Love this movie, one of my all-time favorites. Great cast. Dave Chappelle's in it, some recognizable faces. The actor who plays Blinken was in Saved by the Bell. I always remember him from that show. The actor who plays Little John is in Good Luck Charlie. He's also Thor in the Incredible Hulk TV series, and he does a dance-off with Stifler in American Wedding. Sir Patrick Stewart's in this. Tracy Ullman. Mel Brooks has a small little cameo. I mean, just a great cast. Isaac Hayes, chef from South Park. Amy Yazbek, Richard Lewis. You don't really see a whole lot from Richard Lewis anymore. The one actor here, he kind of plays the king's like right hand man. He actually passed away a few years ago, which is unfortunate. And of course, Isaac Hayes also passed away years ago. And it does suck, because it would be cool to see like a special edition release of this and have updated interviews, but unfortunately we wouldn't be able to get that. So nonetheless, very happy to pick that up. So there you have it. That's my little collection update. Some decent titles, to say the least. So let me know down in the comment section below what your thoughts are on these movies. We'd love to hear your opinion. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you guys are notified when I do upload a video. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. We're on our way to 400 subs. We right now are at 333. So we need about 70, maybe 77 more subs, I believe. Do not quote me on that. My math may not be the greatest, but yeah, nonetheless, let's get to 400 subs. So until next time, guys, I am Film Talk with Mikey, and we'll talk films.